I happen to think the relationship was hurt very badly by the witch hunt that went on, Russia, and all the crap that they put Don through, who knew nothing about it.
Everything began to deteriorate when Vanessa unexpectedly learned about an affair her husband had with Aubrey O'Day.
Don Trump Jr. is an ex. He's my soulmate.
They broke up, quite a while ago, and which was to me very sad because I think they're both great.
Vanessa Trump just dropped a bombshell about her ex-husband, Don Jr., and Washington is scrambling to contain the fallout. From their picture-perfect wedding to one of America's messiest divorces, the story of Vanessa and Donald Trump Jr. is more chaotic than you know. Today, we're exposing the secrets behind their high-profile marriage and the shocking details Vanessa revealed about the Trumps' private lives. This is the side of Washington they don't want you to see. Let's get into it.
What is your thought about Tiger Woods now becoming part of the broader Trump family?
Well, I love Tiger, and I love Vanessa.
Vanessa Trump's first encounter with Donald Trump Jr. wasn't some fairy tale romance. It was messy, awkward, and way more chaotic than you'd expect. Back then, Vanessa was already part of the high society scene, modeling gigs, upscale events, rubbing elbows with the elite. But everything changed in 2003, when she was introduced to Don Jr. at a fashion show. As for who played matchmaker, it was President Donald Trump himself. Now here's where it gets weird. Vanessa actually forgot meeting Don Jr. the first time. It took 3 introductions before they finally clicked. But once they did, things moved fast. Still, even then, their relationship was strained right from the start. Vanessa, used to a somewhat normal life, suddenly found herself in the middle of the Trump circus, where loyalty means everything. The pressure never lets up, and every move is watched. Friends noticed the shift right away. Don Jr. was always trying to win Daddy's approval, and Vanessa was expected to play the perfect, polished wife. From day one, their relationship was shaped by pressure, and it set the tone for a relationship built on appearances, not peace. But if you thought the way Vanessa and Don Jr. met was messy, the proposal and wedding were even crazier. Don Jr.'s proposal wasn't some big romantic moment. It was a business deal. In 2004, he popped the question at a jewelry store in New Jersey, and he didn't even pay for the $100,000 engagement ring. He made a deal, free ring, in exchange for publicity. That's right. The son of a billionaire turned his engagement into a marketing stunt. Even by Trump standards, that's cold.
Will you get engaged?
Yes.
The wedding wasn't any more low-key. In November 2005, they threw a massive, over-the-top ceremony at Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's private palace in Palm Beach. The guest list was packed with New York's rich and powerful. A judge officiated. The reception was pure Trump. Luxury everywhere. Every detail planned to perfection. Cameras flashing from every angle. Vanessa wore a custom Vera Wang dress, and their first dance played out under the watchful eyes of hundreds of guests and the media.
Donald and Vanessa, congratulations.
But even then, the cracks were showing. Friends said Vanessa seemed overwhelmed, struggling to fit into the ruthless Trump world. Behind the glamorous photos and smiling faces, she was under pressure to perform, to play the perfect wife, to fit a mold she didn't choose. The fairy tale was already unraveling.
A number of sources claim that Vanessa's home life was not filled with the usual comforts that we associate with the Trumps. One put it very simply: Don Jr. treats her like a second-class citizen. A friend of the couple alleged that Don Jr. gave Vanessa, quote, very little help and kept her on a, quote, tight budget.
Who's on diaper duty?
Listen, I gotta go out and earn the money to buy the diapers.
Before she ever stepped into the Trump spotlight, Vanessa Trump had already made a life of her own. Born Vanessa K. Hayden, she grew up on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Her mom ran a modeling agency. Vanessa started modeling young, signed with Wilhelmina, landed magazine shoots, even appeared in commercials. But she wasn't just a pretty face. Vanessa ran with New York's elite. She dated Leonardo DiCaprio in the late 90s, hit all the right parties, and went to the Dwight School, a private place for the city's well-connected. By the time she met Don Jr., she was already a known name in social circles. Confident, independent, grounded, She was carving her own path. It wasn't all glam, though. Her stepfather, Charles Hayden, was a respected lawyer. Family mattered to her. Loyalty mattered. She even dipped into acting, with a small role in Something's Gotta Give Back in 2003. At the time, she had options. But everything changed when she met Don Jr. Up until then, Vanessa controlled her own narrative. After marrying into the Trump dynasty, that control vanished. Her life stopped being hers and started becoming theirs. She didn't just marry a man. She married the machine, and that decision would come back to haunt her.
Vanessa, by nature, is a very low-key person. She's uncomfortable with the attention her family is getting now that the Trumps are on the world stage.
After the wedding, things didn't slow down. In fact, they got even more intense. Vanessa and Don Jr. started growing their family almost immediately. Their first child, Kai Madison, was born in 2007. Then came Donald III, Tristan, Spencer, and Chloe. 5 kids, back to back. In just a few years, Vanessa went from Manhattan socialite to full-time mom in the middle of one of the most high-pressure families in America.
How's the family adjusting to everything?
Listen, there's a new normal, but we couldn't be more proud of them.
To an outsider looking in, everything looked perfect. Family photos, smiling kids, holidays at Mar-a-Lago. It was the picture of success. But behind those Instagram moments, Vanessa was carrying the weight alone. Don Jr. was barely around, always traveling. First for business, then for politics. Friends said Vanessa felt like a single parent, left to manage 5 young kids while her husband chased his father's approval and the spotlight. And the pressure just kept building. When Trump launched his campaign, the media circus exploded. Suddenly, Vanessa and the kids were dragged onto a national stage. Every move watched, every word judged. The kids were paraded at rallies. Vanessa had to smile through it all, no matter how brutal the headlines got. Behind the scenes, things were falling apart for Vanessa. Her world was shrinking. Her independence was slipping away. And she was slowly becoming miserable.
One of the sources said, Don Jr. has been busy traveling, which has contributed to their problems. Vanessa is a devoted mother, but she is increasingly lonely and alone in the house with the children.
By 2018, Vanessa reached her breaking point. She filed for divorce, and the floodgates opened. What had once looked like a high-powered political marriage was exposed for what it really was: tense, distant, and deeply broken. Sources close to Vanessa said the strain had been building for years. She was managing life with 5 kids while Don Jr. drifted further into the worlds of business, politics, and controversy. He was rarely home, and when he was, the tension didn't go away.
The president's son, Donald Jr., facing bombshell headlines and now headed for a $150 million divorce.
But that wasn't all. Rumors exploded that Don Jr. had been unfaithful, with reports of an affair with Celebrity Apprentice contestant Aubrey O'Day. The story caught fire, and Vanessa found herself publicly humiliated on a national stage.
Donald Jr. served as an advisor in the 12th season of the show, the season O'Day participated in. One of People's sources claimed that the Trump Organization's executive vice president was taking a shower when text messages from O'Day popped up on his phone, which Vanessa saw.
Then, there was the money. Despite the Trump name, Vanessa was reportedly anxious about finances. Her mother's investments had taken a massive hit in a hedge fund collapse, and behind the scenes, there were real concerns about how secure their lifestyle actually was. In the end, the divorce was finalized quietly. No court battles, no dragged-out press war, just a silent exit. But Vanessa didn't leave unscathed. She left with emotional scars. After years inside the Trump bubble, she walked away with the truth and the dark secrets she'd kept buried. Now, it seems those secrets are coming out of the woodwork.
They broke up, quite a while ago, and which was to me very sad because I think they're both great.
Behind closed doors, there was a story Vanessa Trump wasn't telling, at least not out loud. But now, insiders are coming forward with revelations that paint a much deeper picture. According to sources close to her, Vanessa didn't just feel overwhelmed, she felt erased. As Don Jr. chased headlines and political power, she was pushed further into the background. Every photo op, every campaign moment came with expectations. Be supportive, be silent, be perfect. Behind the scenes, she was stretched thin. Friends say she had grown numb to the chaos, the media frenzy, the scandals, the non-stop demands. It all became normal, but things shifted during the Mueller investigation. That's when everything hit a breaking point. The Mueller investigation started in 2017. It was meant to look into Russian interference in the 2016 election and any ties to Trump's team. Instead, it took over the news for 2 years, dragging dozens of people into it and tearing private lives wide open. The Trump family was under siege. The media, the FBI, the non-stop drama, and Vanessa was stuck in the middle of it, watching the house of cards wobble, with her children right in the center.
The road to the Mueller report goes back to the 2016 presidential campaign and to Russia.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to...
Evidence of Russian interference had sparked a secret FBI investigation that followed Trump into the White House.
Eventually, even President Trump publicly commented on the divorce, calling it very sad and blaming the witch hunt for tearing them apart. But Vanessa never said much. No interviews, no tell-all, just silence. Until now. Her exit from the Trump world is a message that she's done protecting their image and done playing along. Now, Washington insiders are still buzzing. What does Vanessa know? Why did she really walk away? And is this just the beginning of what she's willing to reveal? It looks like finally, the real story is starting to come out. And it might be bigger than anyone imagined.
I happen to think the relationship was hurt very badly by the witch hunt that went on, Russia, and all the crap that they put Don through, who knew nothing about it.
Just when it seemed like the Trump family drama had peaked, Vanessa Trump flipped the script. She didn't just walk away from the chaos. She ran straight into a whole new life, and she's not hiding it. After quietly dating since November 2024, Vanessa and Tiger Woods finally went public in March 2025 on Instagram. In the post, Vanessa looked relaxed, happy, like a woman who finally got her freedom back after years of being trapped under the Trump name. Their worlds collided at their kids' school, both their children, Kai and Charlie, junior golfers at an elite Florida academy. What started as casual drop-offs turned into something a lot deeper. Now, they're showing up together at tournaments, school events, and making it clear, this isn't just a fling. This is real.
Let's begin with Tiger Woods, who says, as John Paul Young sang back in 1977, love is in the air. Here's why. He went on social media confirming rumors that he's in a relationship with Vanessa Trump, the ex-wife of Donald Trump Jr.
And the most shocking part? The Trump family is actually cheering her on.
Tiger actually called me a few months ago, and I have a very special, very good relationship with Tiger. And he's a fantastic guy and a fantastic athlete. And he told me about it. And I said, Tiger, that's good. That's good. I'm very happy for both. I just let them both be happy.
Ivanka Trump even jumped into the Instagram comments with heart emojis and a "so happy for you both." But don't get it twisted. Vanessa's new life isn't just about love. It's a statement. After years of playing the quiet, loyal Trump wife, she's writing her own story now. No more covering up scandals, enduring loyalty tests, or living by someone else's rules. While the Trump dynasty keeps spinning, Ivanka keeping her distance, Don Jr. chasing the MAGA spotlight, and Trump Sr. back in the White House. Vanessa's story is the one people are really watching. She's proof you can walk away from America's most famous and most chaotic family and come out stronger. And something tells us she's only just getting started. What's your take? Did Vanessa know too much about the Trump family's darkest secrets? And is that why she stayed quiet for so long? Was Vanessa's marriage to Don Jr. arranged to protect Trump family interests? Is Vanessa sitting on bombshell information that could destroy Don Jr.'s political future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss new content. And if you're ready for more, make sure you click the next video on your screen.